cheating heart make you weird. Oh shoot. Is there no end to the abuse I put you through, my YouTube friends? Well, no. We'll stop at nothing to get your attention. We're talking cheat days, cheat moments, and cheating. That whole philosophy and language around our food, I think, is really unhelpful. Now, it's used as a gimmick, and certain people will find it helpful for certain times of when they're actually going through a program. I prefer to actually think about just consequences as opposed to cheating, because who are you cheating on? Your body? You can't get away with anything that you're putting through your body. So some people have the philosophy that they'll just have something each day, that there's their little cheat thing, or they'll have a cheat day. And there's really two schools of thought around this that can be helpful for you to figure out. When it comes to sugar and processed food, we know that if you have something and your body's pretty clean, and you have some sugar or some refined flour, it really takes about 3 days for it to work its way out of your system so you're no longer craving it. So if you're having a cheat day, you're at least going to have 4 days of the week where you're not actually in that intense craving mode. And if you're having just something a little bit each day, you're constantly in the kind of the cycle of addiction, because you're always having something that's going to spike your blood sugar and create that kind of hunger for you. Also, if you have something like candida overgrowth, by feeding that regularly and consistently, it just expects to be fed regularly. It makes it really hard to actually break free and truly have, kind of those sweet freedom days. What people are often looking for on those cheat moments and those cheat days is to be rewarded with something that they used to eat that they feel they might be missing out on. And it kind of creates two problems, in the sense of, one, you're always in the state of being addicted because you're never totally free from it. So if you start to kind of move it away from I'm missing out on anything, and even just go to the sweet freedom tactic of upgrading your choices. So the replace principle. So instead of having the Reese's peanut butter cups, Sweet Freedom lovers, we have nut pucks. So if you like peanut butter cups, whether they're kind of the conventional brand or the organic brand, we upgrade you to the nut puck recipe, which we have featured in another video. There's always a way to find out the thing that you actually love that feels like a treat for you, to have an upgraded and best quality version of that. Now, the more you have that, the more you're going to crave it. So it's always a matter of understanding, what's the state I want to be in? Do I always want to be craving something and having to manage it? Or would I like to just be free so I don't have to even think about it? Finding the better quality option is going to be a good thing to do if you are going to deviate from your path to achieving sweet freedom. But if you can't do that, my strongest recommendation for you, as with everything, is to make sure the bulk of what you're doing is highly nourishing, energizing, and protective. When I think back to my studying of any traditional culture, they had something that was addictive, slightly poisonous. So whether it was something they smoked or ate, or just changed their consciousness on some level, or distracted them from what was going on, most cultures had it. But the bulk of what they were doing and eating and living was highly nourishing, energizing, and protective. So if you can actually create that framework, and you have something that you know is going to actually, your body's going to take a hit for having it, but you're making sure that you've got all those buffers around you, it's going to make a big difference, so that when you finally do have that thing, you're not going to be as attached to it, because your body's going to feel good from being nourished, and your spirit's going to feel good because you have great, strong social connections. So here's a thought to plant. What if you create a life and a way of eating and nourishing yourself that deviating from it isn't actually a treat or a cheat? It actually is a compromise. It lessens your quality of life. Something to think about. If you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up and like it. Subscribe to the channel and share it with people you care about that can benefit from this. And join our incredibly supportive Facebook group. And lastly, if you're looking to get sugar-free naturally, follow the links below and find out more about the Sweet Freedom online program.